Hello, lovely beings. Welcome to the Autumn Mindset. 'Tis I, your energy and mindset guide, Autumn Oakley. So today's episode, I wanted to chat about visualizations and, reflect on, are they working? And if not, I want to provide some tools for you. Because yes, visualization is a wonderful tool for us that we have access to at any time. But, if we don't truly believe that these are going to come to fruition. And we can say, yes, I believe these are going to come true. But energetically, subconsciously, if we don't really hold that belief that, what we're visualizing is going to come into play, into our reality, then we're just going to be doing a lot of the same. And this is, frustrating. So I want to help to provide some awareness, some guidance, and some tools for you and the flash perspective to, bring a different awareness, a different perspective, a different practice for you to bring into your visualizations to really help you gain that trust and, knowing that whatever it is you're looking to bring into your life, it is a possibility for you and it will come true. So let's get into today's episode and let's make those visualizations a reality. Welcome to the Autumn Mindset. 'Tis I, your host, Autumn Oakley. Wherever you are uniquely on your journey, everything you desire comes down to one simple step. Breaking your current perception. Everything is coming into your view and into your life in the time that it is meant to, as the universe is trying to guide us to all we desire. But our biggest challenge is recognizing the signs and steps that we're meant to take in order to receive all that we seek. The way of living you desire is within you. You just have to recognize the blocks in order to break through. And truly, that's my wish for you. So talking about, visualizations, yes, it's, wonderful when you can sit there for long periods of time to really try to feel that in your body. But, when we are operating out of subconscious beliefs, lower vibrational states, we don't hold that belief. And, if you're someone, this was me for decades, I didn't really experience, manifestations from the universe. I really experienced a lot of struggle. So why would I subconsciously believe that what I'm trying to visualize is actually going to come into my life, into my reality? And that is the key, is that we can talk about visualization, but unless we actually, address our subconscious mind, our nervous system, so that we can actually truly experience little manifestations coming into our life in the most, profound divine way, that we really begin to hold that belief, that faith, that trust, that knowing that, oh my God, this is actually possible. But it's until you can experience those things that you will, often, push and block those manifestations from coming into your life because we don't truly hold that belief. So, when you're doing visualizations, if you're struggling with, this is just a wonderful tool that you can take while you're trying to build that trust, address things within yourself to really gain that awareness and that knowing that, yes, I believe, I have faith that this is actually going to come into my life at some point. And, you can use this tool. I call it the flash perspective. And this is a part of, the subconscious mind, is that when we don't hold that trust, when we don't hold that belief, when we haven't, done the inner work to really gain that awareness that, oh my God, this is something that really can come true, and I really truly believe it energetically in my mind, in my body, in my energy, we can, get stuck. So I call this the flash perspective because, when we're sitting there, we don't hold that belief. We can sit there for 30 minutes and we could do that every day, but it doesn't mean that we truly believe that, this is going to come to fruition. So try the flash perspective because, when we are doing that for long periods of time, you're really painting a scene. You're really, exposing a really big dream. Often when you're doing that for prolonged periods of time, we need to come to, the truth that it's usually something that's going to be farther in the future. It's something that is a bigger manifestation. And, manifestation is really just about, planting the seed. And, if you're planting flowers, they'll come in, in the season. But if you're planting a tree, that's going to take time. Trees don't just, come to life. They don't just grow within a season. It takes seasons, it takes years. So that's another aspect as well, is that when we're trying to bring in, this big visualization, we also need to bring our awareness to the fact that we need to practice patience. And that's the hardest part, is, holding on to that trust that it's going to come to fruition, feeling like you're in a state of delulu sometimes. And sometimes that's what you need, just to believe in yourself and to believe that these things are going to come true one day. So, feel delulu, believe in yourself, believe in you. And yes, I believe in you too. But, when we are holding this, long-term, thing in our mind that we're trying to bring into our life, one, we need to practice that patience, as I mentioned. But our ego will often, put on those rude thoughts, those, that self-critic will kind of come out to play to say, this is unrealistic, this is something that you can't bring to fruition. And that's because we've only, have yet to experience it in our lives. It hasn't yet come true. And that's really a part of growth, is that, in our subconscious mind, we are only aware and we can only perceive, we can only feel energetically, in our nervous system, what we have felt and experienced up until this point. So that's where the ego comes in, because what's different is really everything that's new. What's different is really what the ego is saying, this isn't us, we haven't experienced this. So it'll basically lead you into disbelief, self-doubt, holding that state of mind that is making you bring on that self, inner critic, that's going to lead you to say, hey, this isn't something that you are meant to experience. This is so far out of reach. So try the flash perspective when you're going through this, phase, and it will truly help you. And I like to picture it as, taking a camera, taking a picture, and instead of holding, the vision, the dream, in all of the details, which can be overwhelming, which can hold a lot of disbelief until we really heal those, subconscious systems within ourselves, within our mind, within our thought processes, that, when you do a flash perspective, you basically just look at the big picture, look at the visualization, and basically just take screenshots. Just pretend that you are seeing just a quick second of, a camera shot of this entirely big visualization, this entirely big picture. Because when you do that, you're basically just seeing a quick second, screenshot of it. And you're basically confusing the ego. You're basically rewiring the subconscious mind to bring you to a state that you're only really, aware and seeing, this thing in a quick second, a quick 2-second, picture. That your ego is one saying, oh my God, that was so fast. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? You basically confuse the ego, but you also, shift that subconscious system to say, hey, I don't really, understand, but I understand that this quick, 2-second thing is something that's manageable. Maybe it's, you talking, on stage, public speaking. Just having a 2-second, visualization of that and going to something else that's completely different in your mind will basically just shift that subconscious belief to say, hey, your inner critic doesn't have time to basically come into the mind. It basically doesn't have time to build this, self-doubt, this disbelief that you're saying, hey, that's manageable. Hey, cool, that's me on stage. Hey, cool. You start to build confidence and really just, shift the systems of your subconscious mind to basically just, one, confuse it, and two, really just help you to understand that, something just being put in your visualization in a quick way is going to allow that opportunity to understand that, hey, this is manageable. This is something, really, that I can bring to fruition. Why? Because you basically don't allow the time for your mind to take over. You don't allow the time for those intrusive thoughts to come into play to basically put you into the subconscious system of that disbelief, that self-doubt, putting that space on your perception, your ego, that this is not something that you will ever experience because you are meant to experience it, and I want that for you. So try the flash perspective and bring that into your visualization practices, and you will begin to see little things kind of coming into play, building confidence in a way that maybe you didn't have before, to understand, hey, this is something that's manageable, something I can do. And yeah, the flash perspective, it's truly an impactful tool that you can take into your visualizations to basically shift things up. And I was really, inspired to build this, unique way of practicing visualizations. And yeah, still practice the long-term ones. Practice, visualizing the huge dream, the huge like vision. But the flash perspective, I was really inspired, by Eckhart Tolle with his practice to really just try to sit, in silence in your thoughts and ask the question, I wonder what my next thought will be. And, the ego doesn't know what to do with that. The ego becomes confused. Our subconscious mind just goes blank. Nothing comes to mind. And that really helps you to get in touch with your intuition, your higher self. And, I just thought, hey, maybe there's a different tool that I can bring into my life, into my practices, to really shift up the subconscious mind that really can keep us stuck in a lot of ways. So try the flash perspective and, comment, reach out, let me know how it begins to unfold for you in the most magical way. And the other aspect I wanted to talk about with, your visualizations, with picturing your manifestations, is that, as I mentioned, we can only perceive and, become aware of what we've experienced up into this moment. So a lot of the time, the universe is trying to bring in something even better than you can currently perceive, something more mystical, magical, if you will. And if you want this to come into your life, we really need to let go of that control. And I know it's hard, but that's really just been conditioned into our experiences and into society. The way we live is that we need to know how something's going to unfold, how something's going to turn out. But when we're doing these visualizations for these manifestations, for this dream in the future, we really need to let go of how it's going to unfold. And we need to basically let go of, yes, hold on to the vision, hold on to the dream. But basically, this is also a wonderful tool with the flash perspective, is that you kind of shake things up, that you're not holding an exact result in your mind that you're trying to bring into fruition. You're going to bring in something better that the universe is trying to bring in. So really let go of the need to understand or know, or, basically practicing that it needs to unfold in this way, and just let it be. And that's the hard part too, learning to let go. Just, follow through with the vision, practice the visualizations, do the steps and the actions, plant those seeds to basically bring these manifestations into place. But understand that the universe wants to bring you in better things than you can currently perceive, because you only know what you've experienced up until this point and how you feel, and in your life and in your perception, your awareness. So let go of the need to know how it's going to turn out. And with that as well, when we are, always focused on, I need to just pursue, when you're doing the visualizations, when you're trying to bring in manifestations, if we are so focused on that control, we are actually neglecting a lot of paths and opportunities that the universe is bringing into your present moment. You're not really, fully present, and that means you're not fully aware of what is being brought into your life as a clue. And this is a unique tool that you can use as well, is that, yes, practice, meditations, practice being present in the moment. But when we're pursuing this visualization, trying to bring this manifestation to fruition, yes, you need to do the things. I get that. But if you're only focused on how it's going to turn out, if you're only focused on, doing, you are really, not aware of your current surroundings. You don't really have an awareness of what's going on in the present moment. And often the universe is giving you exactly what you need in the present moment. Signs from the universe, basically sometimes it's just you doing something that's not on your schedule to, go ahead to do something random to really bring you to a space to understand that, okay, I met this person who actually gave me a tool that I needed, that I didn't know I needed, that's actually going to align me in a better way for this manifestation. Maybe you were meant to meet someone, maybe you're meant to build a connection, maybe, in the present moment, if you actually were, not always just focused on the doing, focused on how things need to turn out, you can bring awareness to the present moment to understand that, maybe there's a better way. Maybe you're actually getting in your own way and causing a lot more friction, a lot more resistance. And this is a part of it as well for your manifestations, your visualizations, is that, yes, do the things, but, allow things to flow. Try to be present so that you can recognize what's coming into your life and into your reality. And this will help you to see new things, new opportunities, new perspectives, whether it's, just on your feed, whether it's, out in public, in society, at a cafe, things kind of come into play all the time. The universe is really trying to send you signs for you to be, realigning with either, something better, or actually leading you to the manifestation you're looking to bring in. But we cannot always understand that. We cannot always perceive that. And I know it's a unique tool you can use. But, let's face it, just living life in the present moment is what life's meant to be about, because that's how you can truly, enjoy life. And yes, we are always focused on bringing these manifestations, this visualization, but the present moment is giving us exactly what we need. Unique interactions, unique perspectives, focusing on our health, focusing on what is actually lighting us up, focusing on the healing we need to do so that we can actually elevate vibration and grow energetically and leave, what is maybe built into our subconscious mind that is limiting our beliefs. So go ahead to also, begin with your visualizations to practice, the present moment, and start just bringing your awareness to what's going on in my life, what is kind of coming into play, and things will come into your reality that you need to bring these manifestations, these visualizations into fruition. And that's my wish for you. So this is a quick episode today of, your visualizations and how you can switch things up, practice new tools to really help you bring these manifestations into your life. And that's my wish for you. And if you are ready to step into elevated manifestations, then go ahead to check out theautumnmindset.com and join the Quantum Clubhouse from March 1st to June 8th. The 3-month energy expansion transformation will lead you into elevated vibration and to align with your dream reality. I'll put the link here, and I hope that it inspires you to grow, align with the life that's authentic to you, and to break free from the struggle, the low vibrational emotions that keep us stuck from everything that we truly deserve to be living. And that's my wish for you. So keep shining, lovely beings, and know that I believe in you in your unique way.